Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. This is issue 76 of Amazing Heroes, which is listed as August 1st, 85, so probably came out tail end in July. I forgot that at this time, Amazing Heroes was like bi-monthly. I mean, bi-weekly. Came out like twice a month usually. 225. They weren't always on schedule, but inside the scoop behind the Hulk Alpha Flight switch, I'd forgotten all about this shit, but not too long before Byrne ended up going to DC and revamping Superman, he was, on Alpha Flight, and then he left and went to the Hulk. And I forgot he went to the Hulk. And I forgot that the writer of the Hulk and the artist of the Hulk transferred over to Alpha Flight. Yeah, it's interesting. Nice cover. Eclipse ad about they don't have a formula for their books. Of course, our index. Back issue, subscription ad. Zot number 10 at the time was going to be the last issue of Zot for quite a while because of sales, I think is what it was, or Scott McCloud. I always wondered, what the fuck did Scott McCloud make money off of? How did he make a living between Zot and Understanding Comics? I understand Understanding Comics sells well enough, and yeah, I say that's his evergreen title, but what was keeping him going? I've always wondered. A little editorial talking about they were late and they're sorry, they're going to get caught up. Marvel, talking about how we're in October, Marvel's hiking the cost of most books to 75 cents. Star Comics will keep their 65-cent tag. Marvel annuals remain at $1.25, and Special and Epic Comics will stay at $1.50. Canadian price of 75-cent books will be 95 cents. Damn. And as of issue 226, Frank Miller will be grabbing the scripting reins of Daredevil again, with David Mazzucchelli remains on as the artist. Miller plans on taking the Man Without Fear in a completely new direction, including take away his yuppie philanthropist lifestyle. He'll be dirt poor. Miller said he added that he'll explore further the relationship between Daredevil and the Kingpin, who will be the main players of the book. Miller said that his stand of the book will be for a foreseeable future, not just for a few issues. Listing of Marvel graphic novels coming out as a Witch Queen one, which is a Conan one by Don Krar is writing it, and pencils by Gary Kapsowitz. I'm not sure how you say that. Bernie Wrightson's Spider-Man, was that Hookie? I think that's Hookie. J.M. DeMatteis's Greenberg the Vampire. A Doctor Strange one that I don't think came out titled Mirror Mirror. The Doctor Strange one I remember was like him and Doom. Miscellanea. Rick Leonardo pencil. Uncanny X-Men 201. Which is a decision made about the leader of the X-Men. Okay, that was the big thing then. Now it's the first appearance of Nathan Summers, who is Cable, blah, 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 blah. Oh, issue 4 of the Squadron Supreme miniseries is just coming out. Kick ass. Talking about the DC Challenge. Do y'all remember that shit? It was like 12 issues. Each one was a different writing team and penciling and inking team. And they had to leave it on a cliffhanger, and the next team had to resolve it without knowing up until they got a hold of the issue, what was going to happen. Smokey Stover reprints, Starhawk reprints. Thought it was Red Sonja, but it's Gita. She appeared, I got a few appearances of her. She was like in Warren's 1994 magazine. It's kind of like their version of Heavy Metal, but it was black and white. It's really, really fucking badass. It's Dave Cockrum. I forget that's who did. Nightmare miniseries. Nightcrawler. Such a great series. 4 issues. This is so great. These are like they do like mashup comics. Twisted Tales of the Teen Titans. And look, it's that famous Twisted Tales cover. The one, isn't that the one with the banjo lesson story that got them so much shit? And you got all your shits coming out. Just some standout. I mean, Cerebus is only issue 77. Amethyst is still around. Best of DC Digest is still around. Crisis is on issue 8. So it's getting near the end. Hex. Yeah, Jonah Hex. When he's in the future. Mask, which would be the toy line. Me and Joe Priest. I don't remember that. I want to get that if that actually came out. No, that was Shadow of the Battle. See, I thought there was a Shadow of the Battle in the 90s. Superpowers is out. That's the first miniseries. I remember reading that. Eagles doing Steel Steel Rat and Dread. Eclipse has got Alien Encounters, Crossfire, Mr. Monster number 2. That's a good one. Simon and Schuster, Dateline, 1930s number 2. That's another good one. Unknown Worlds of Frank Bruner. Journey 23. I gotta get the rest of Journey. Love and Rockets 13. That's a few years in, because Love and Rockets was never... Love and Rockets came out with maybe 3 to 4 issues a year, maybe 6. I don't think it ever came out that often. Mechanics, New Age Comics, which I don't remember. It's got Don Simpson in it, so... First Comics Elric, I never read that shit. Grimjack, I would have grabbed. Nexus. This original E-Man, probably. I've never been big on the indexes. Kitchen Sink, Megaton Man, and The Spirit. Megaton Man was so good. Dave Cochran's Futurians. Lodestone, I know them only because they did an Evangeline issue. You're trying to complete that Evangeline one? Okay, check this out. This is the issue after they did the switch. I mentioned those on the cover. Alpha Flight 28. Hulk returns to Earth and begins to destroy Canada. Story, Bill Mantlo. Art, Mignola and Talok. Mike Mignola did a short little run on. He did the Hulk, and they did a short run on Alpha Flight. Not many issues. Look at all these great titles coming out first. American Flag, Badger, Grimjack, John Sable, Nexus, E-Man, Star Slayer. Shatter kind of sucked. Whisper was cool. Blaze Barlow, I don't remember. This Ball of the Brave miniseries was kind of cool. Doctor Strange, Stern and Gillis, Mark Badger. Not a great creative team on it. Long Shot, Heroes for Hope, the X-Men. Micronauts was still coming out. Oh, this is the second run. Huh. No. What year is this? This might be the original run. Okay. New Mutants 34 to concluding the Karma trilogy. Chris Claremont, Steve Lealiola. I was reading that back then. I was reading Power Pack probably. ROM, of course, I was grabbing. Seven Sword of Conan. Yes, I don't know that artist. Awesome. Squadron Supreme issue 4. Such a fucking great series. Thing number 30. When he wrestles Beyond, I remember that. Scarlet Witch, Vision Scarlet Witch number 3. Dave Michelini. Huh. West Coast Avengers, I was reading that at the time. Yeah, because they fought Kraven the Hunters. Like, how's he going to take on the entire team, yeah? Black Dragon sounds so good. John Bolton art and Chris Claremont. That's one I'd love to find. Grudge, Red Star, Sisterhood Steel, Care Bears, Ragnarok, Heathcliff, Misty, which would be cool. It's Trina Robbins, and she's doing it's a sequel to the old Millie the Model stuff. But this is great. Strawberry Shortcake. Listen to this. Strawberry tries to change the weather in Strawberry Land. Pause and only reminisce about her days as a locksmith in Cairo. No, only kidding. Now, aren't you glad you read even the Star Comics listings? Marvel UK. Studio Fugatoid. I've got that, I'm pretty sure. Greylore. Never heard of. Armor from Continuity. Canaland Communications. I never heard about them until they were already out of business. Like, I never had the Bud Plant catalogs or any of this shit. And this is telling the switch where, they basically just switch creative teams on Alpha. And what it was is that what the readers wanted out Alpha, the newsstand readers wanted out Alpha Flight back then, according to Burn here, newsstand was king. Even though we're getting near the end of that, was that they wanted an actual team book. And he was doing it where sometimes you go a couple issues without seeing other members of the team. You see like 2 or 3. I've read the first, probably 18 issues of his run. He did like 27, maybe in an annual. Read like the first 18 or so, a little bit, about a year and a half. And it's good. It's just ain't great. Bill Mantlo, good writer. Matter of fact, I want to say he was still writing Alpha Flight for quite a while later. Like, wasn't he still writing like Jim Lee did them issues way later on, like in the 60s? But cool little article. There's some really kick-ass. A Future Hulk color by Mignola. Look at this. I just had forgot Mignola had done any Alpha Flight at all. It's like, I'm going to track those down. Those are on my list. Now, I'm getting to where there's certain books I'll track down just because certain arts in them. I know they're going to pop up in trades. Miss Tree 3D. Would love to get this. I love Miss Tree. Megaton is back. And, of course, what's Megaton known for? On sale in October. What is that? That is the first appearance of Savage Dragon, pretty much. Not technically the Savage Dragon that's out now, but a prototype in a way. And one of these is like the first appearance of Youngblood. I don't remember. That's issue, 3 probably. New price, only $1.50. Nice long article on the Hulk. The Johnny Nemo magazine. I don't think this ever came out. If it did 1 issue. Not sure though. The Eclipso story. This is kind of history. This is kind of cool. This is before, they did that, it was in the annuals. It was like The Darkness Within or whatever. When they had the 2 bookend issues with Eclipso and he got his own series. Before they really revamped him with that. They got a nice little history, quite a few, well, hell, almost 10 years before. That's what basically was good. They do really good histories of these characters. And before the internet, this is a good way to find out about shit. Merlin Realm, great fucking 3D comic. Amazing 3D art. Don't remember shit about the story. I lucked out in like 92 probably, 91, 92, 90. I found another comic shop I didn't know about, not too far from my house, probably about 20 minutes. It's just this is in a town that I hated driving in, and all my family hated driving, so it's hard to get a ride over there or drive myself. They had cheap bins, and it worked out a lot of times where if you bought a bunch, they give them to you for 10 cents a piece. All this Blackthorn 3D shit was in there. So I grabbed all of it. Merlin Realms one, I forgot about it, was one of the better. New England Comics, this is before they started doing Tick. You know, Megaton Man's around, so they got the idea for Tick now. The Eclipso Checklist. Not many appearances in. Ad for Journey. The First Lady of Comics, a big article on Lois Lane. Creation conventions. This used to be the big comic conventions, you know, besides San Diego. Comics review. Taste of the Bunny. Thunder Bunny #1 from Warp. Page of Southern Nights. That's one of those I've heard so much about. I don't think I've read more than an issue of. Short People. ElfQuest #1 from... Okay, this one they went over to Epics. Treetop Tramp. I got this one. Sheena's 3D Special #1 from Blackthorn. I have that one. I think it mostly reprinted shit, like public domain shit. Once Burned. Judge Dredd's Crime File #1. John Wagner, illustrated by John Byrne. Color by John Burns. Wings Over Newark, Dragonfly. That's Bill Black. That's part of the FemForce. Miracle Man #1. Yes. Give me quite a few paragraphs on it. This sounds interesting. The Power is Back. An incredible first issue of The Extraordinary Five, written and illustrated by Carl Superpower Taylor, an astonishing supertone with gray screen effects like you've never seen before. Each issue is signed and numbered and includes an original sketch of one of the characters. This 8.5 by 5.5 comic is also mailed first class flat in an envelope. Hurry and order your senses shattering copy today. Only $1. First class postage includes. Send to Kurt Taylor. Man. Printed on 70-pound bond with back cover inking by Wiley Blyberg. You might got a copy of that? I'd love to see a copy of that. Charlton! Ask for your newsstand or comic shop. Source surveyed for the top 100. There's the top 100. And Zot's at the bottom. A lot of shit I would have been reading back then was probably at the bottom. I'm zoomed to quicksand. It sounds like the Marvel and DC stuff. What's the first thing we get that's not Marvel or DC? Wow. Fucking Gargoyle miniseries sold that much. Jesus. I mean, published by them too, not including, you know, like epic shit that they don't really own. Yeah. Damn. Okay. I hit it. Grimjack #12. 24.5. Oh, the number given at the end of each listing is the average number of copies of the comic sold per store. Wow. And then Next Man, Badger, Nexus, Tom Spirits. Man, Peter Porker sold that well. Fuck. 2000 AD. Hunger Dogs sold really fucking well. Cerebus. Wow. DNA Just Press Button. Star Slayer, Night Music, Sheena, Mage. Made? Aztec Ace. So Russell was the Aztec Warrior. I used to call him the Aztec Ace because I always got confused. New Age. That's a cool looking cover. And then Shatter, which I've never been a fan of. Yeah. Amazing Heroes #76. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, remember, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.